Okay, good evening. If you can hear me okay, please can you guys press 1 in the chat room, please? Can you guys hear me okay? Please press 1 in chat room. Hi, Rachana. Hi, Anu. Guys, if you can hear me, please can you press 1 in the chat room so that I know that you can hear me? And I'll also share this. I think I've shared the screen, but I'll also share the slide so that you can also confirm that you can see the slide. Then I could crack on with that. Is that okay? Cool. Okay, guys, so let me launch the slide. Please, can you guys press number 2 if you can see the slides? Please press 2 if you can see the slides, please, because we are trialing a new webinar tool. Cool. So let me give a minute or two before I start the webinar so people can dial in, because I knew this webinar jam uses Google Hangouts, so some people might be installing Google Hangouts and stuff. So let's give them a minute. Okay, guys. So thank you very much for taking the time to join the webinar at 5 o'clock on an evening on Thursday from UK, and others who are joining from elsewhere globally. So yes, so this program is close to our heart, and what we'll be covering in the next 45 minutes to 60 minutes is we'll be giving a quick introduction about Bachu, the organization, and quickly about me and why are we launching this program, and our experience of doing things. And then we'll be very quickly also taking you through to 3 tools that you could straight away use it in your organization, or you as a takeaway tool from tomorrow, and you can start to practice it. So that way, whether you'll be joining us in the program or whether you won't be joining us in the program, you could start to implement the program from tomorrow. And finally, we'll be also giving you a overview of the program, the Discovery Plus, the Elite, and also the leadership program that we have done in the past year or two with our clients, and how individually you can be part of the same journey as well. So before we move in what we are doing, I just thought I'll give you a very quick hindsight of why are we launching this program now publicly when we were doing the same thing on a corporate level. So the reason it's important to you right now, what I thought it's important to write in the marketplace, is the uncertainty that we see in UK and also globally. We have seen Brexit that's impacting the communities here, both on the public services and private sectors. You have seen companies giving profit warnings. The top suppliers time. So the easy. The first thing any corporate or any public to come to normalcy is they reduce costs. When they reduce costs, they reduce staff. And in a sales environment, most probably when the market is tough, the first thing they do is to reduce their sales team, which is a big team. So it's very, very important of how you can position yourself in this uncertain marketplace. That's what I believe it's important to you guys right now. That's what we thought. Adding coming to the marketplace at this moment, it's so important to launch the product at this time so that we could start to help our wider community. So is this for you? So that's the question which we were going through, because who are the people who will benefit from our program? So when we thought about it deeply, we do know most people will be so in parallel, I'll also touch who this program will not work for them, because we always see two types of people in the bidding world or in any career work job. You see, some people, they know they have to do something about it, but they just don't do it, and they keep on complaining about it. So this project or this program is not for them. So if you want to take a massive action, yes, if you want to take a massive action and want to grow to be the respected authority, delivering massive value to organization and the community that you belongs to, then this is the program for you. I will touch this in detail when I touch the purpose, but at this point, we are very, very keen to get the right sort of people with the right skill set in the right geography, working in the right sector with the right experience in the program, because this program is all about the people who will be in the program. Only 25 to 30% will be the content. The rest will be from the people who will be joining the program, and I will touch the importance of that when I touch the purpose of why we are doing what we are doing. So with that in point, I will go back to who we are. Because some people know us, some people are new if you're in a different geography. Vachu initially was positioned as a growth advisory, looking at supporting IT-enabled services or support services companies in UK. So in the past 18 to 24 months, we are positioned around 5 billion plus of tender success in UK alone, plus 72 million pounds of acquisition in the global market. So we have supported clients in Europe, Asia, Pacific, and Middle East, and we also supported majority UK-driven 100 plus projects at various levels, coming from strategy, market research, pipeline management, business development assessment, business development training, bidding, commercial, pulling in financial modeling, cost optimization, mobilizing projects, you name it. We have a circular growth framework, and we have done end-to-end projects in this. While we were doing that, one thing came out strongly. What thing was, organization tend to focus on bidding and winning, but the individuals who are bidding not necessarily have a structured career path. I faced it when I was working for Circle for 11 years. It took me a long time to decide that I need to create my own structure or my own career out of it. Otherwise, if I wait for my company or if I wait for my line manager to give me the structure, I will be lost in the whole system. So we worked with few clients who we supported on massive deals, and we started to pull in a skill development program. And that's what we will be taking you through today. So our 100 plus professionals have gone through the program. Around 30 to 40 people have gone to the elite level, and around 10 to 12 have gone to the leadership level, who are nominated to be the future leaders of the company. So in addition to the geographies, we also supported clients on defense, education, aviation, justice, immigration. Sorry, guys. Cough. Yes. So we have a core team, and we have a support team, a subcontractor network, and we have now a global organization supporting supporting businesses across the world. So, oh my God, sorry about these guys. So why did I start this business? It's a simple thing, because every bid, every solution that you put forward has an impact somewhere in the society. It could be public service bid, or it could be a private sector bid. But either way, we in our solution make an impact. Unfortunately, not all procurements are successful, and not all relationships are successful. So when I launched Vachu, the core theme was, how can we improve successful procurements and relationship? And this starts from the individuals on either side to have a huge say in the way we make a huge impact in the society. As a personal, I was like you, led and managed over 40 plus tenders. So 40 plus tenders in different sectors. I tried to find my way out did I grow as much as my company grew was the question that always bugged me. Not necessarily. As you can see from my profile, I moved on, tried to take varied roles from being a commercial manager to become a commercial director, moved on to bid management, started to lead teams of 60 plus, now led and managed projects in different sectors, also went on to be a business development director and recently strategy director for a £3 billion company. So I try to find my way in the whole system of how I can position and grow in the organization. I'm sure you will also try. Not many organizations have career growth plan for you for bidding professionals. If you have one, that's good. But if you don't have one, it's entirely up to you guys. Or the house rules here. The house rules for me was there was no get rich quick. If I want to hit 100K barrier, it's not about my ability or being succeeding or what we could do. It's an habitual. It's a behavioral attitude, mindset, relationship thing. So it's not a quick get rich, and you cannot be a fake expert in your own domain as well. You could be doing the same sector for 10, 15 years. You're happy enough with that. But then when the market slow down in that sector, then you will be in trouble. So the other one is, if you don't do anything about it, you are not get paid. For 5 years in my career, I was paid 1% pay hike. And I didn't understand why, because we managed to win all PFI projects in UK, and we were very successful in some projects in Middle East as well, which I led both in ASPAC and also Middle East. But I got 1% pay hike. I never understood. Main reason, I put my heads down and I started to work on projects without knowing what was the environment around me. Today, as an example, I received 52 apologies from people who wanted to be part of the webinar, who wanted to be part of the program, but they are bidding. These are the people who put their heads down, do their work, expecting the business to take care of them. Oh God, I'm struggling. So what can we do is the question that always lingered me, and I started to structure my own program. And very, very quickly, the Bid Buddy, which is the program that we'll be using. Quickly had a glass of water, guys. Yes. So that's what we'll be positioning in our Discovery Plus. Is a tool that I use to help myself. Very quickly, I became the youngest leader in my company, and from then on took varied roles. So the first thing was it's a decision to grow. It's a decision to grow, followed by just breaking the status quo. Sometimes you need to create your own path. The path might not be always available to you, and how you can position yourself as advertise yourself and grow in your organization. So my simple profile now means I speak in conferences. I also do so many things with the community, working with SMEs as a pro bono basis, positioning many organizations. So very quick move on why we are doing what we are doing. As I mentioned, every day somewhere someone is bidding for opportunities, and the impact that they are creating in the marketplace is huge. I learned it in a hard way. When I was the first 6 years, I was a commercial lead on many projects. Part of the efficiency drive in our solutions to win the tenders, I ran redundancy models that took 2,000 staff in the public services out within the first 5 years of my career. So only when I went on to mobilize those contracts and had face-to-face with the individuals who were just one line item in my spreadsheet to see the impact that I'm creating on making these people redundant to win the bid versus making someone's life. It's a huge, huge thing. And I'm sure you guys working today, the impact that you are creating in the marketplace, I would like you guys to experience that in your own world. So how can we create a community of people? So 1 second, guys. I think the slides have an issue. Let's see. Can you guys see the slides now? Sorry, I can only see the slides. I can't see the issues that you guys are facing. If you can see the slides, guys, please can you press number 2, please? Please, can you press number 2 if you can see the slides? Can you guys see the slides? Okay. Okay, I understand it's not clear. That's interesting. Sorry, guys. Let me go to full screen. Is it okay now? I'm really sorry. As expected, technical glitch. Is it okay? Can you guys see at least something? Oh no. Still no slides? Oh. Okay. Okay, Richana, can you pass your email ID, Richana? I'll forward you the slides. Oh, that's unfortunate. Sorry, guys. Okay. Try to visualize. Try to visualize what I'm trying to say, and I'm really sorry. Looks like that's some sort of, I don't know, screen sharing. I did screen sharing, but the way what you guys can see, I cannot see. So let me try to speak slowly, and you can visualize what you can visualize, and we'll take it from there, if that's okay. So let's, so yes, so let me quickly go back. So, as I mentioned, every day there is a bid that goes on somewhere in the world, and every day we are adding a value in the marketplace. So our point, as when I created Bachu, was to improve successful procurements. We do need to have a community. We do need to have a community that works with values and principles that they understand and appreciate to create sustainable solutions in the marketplace. Oops. So we have carefully structured the program in a way that we can impact the marketplace in a sustainable way. So today, this program revolves around the concept called the future self. The future self is you visualizing what you want to be in your career or in your life in the next 3 to 5 years or in the next 10 years. So the ideal, though, the normal way of doing things is you are wherever you are, and you have a barrier. And when you move on, when you're working on a bed, you try to learn something from the bed. You try to add a new skill, or you try to build a new relationship, or you try to manage yourself better so that you break the barrier. So bit by bit, you learn something new and you progress. And you would expect by doing that way, by learning yourself through the bed, that you can reach the career you want to achieve. But in most cases, that's not possible. So the way the program is structured is using the principles of future self, where the first thing we will do, part of the Discovery Plus program, is to map your future self, where we'll be working with you to understand what do your future self look like, what do you want to be the next 3 to 5 years or the next 10 years in your organization. Then we will move from the present situation to help you to reach your future self, regardless of the bids that you are asked being worked or the way you're going to work with this. And the way we are going to do that is always keeping you accountable for the bids or for the actions that you're going to do on the bid, so that you reach out to this relationship, who could be sponsors, you manage your time effectively, and you have the right mindset to get into those future roles that you want to grow with. So this is the concept. So I, as a first tool, I would very much like you guys, whoever joining us today in the webinar, to map out your future self. What is it you want to do in the next 3 to 5 years? Just write a role. And what is the role today? Just put few pointers on what is it you would need to do from today to reach that future self, and send it to us. Send it to us. No obligation. We will have a quick call with you to just see how we can help with that. That's number one tool that we'll be very happy to share that with you. Future self and how we can break your barriers to move on. The second one is expanding your time. Bidding environment, as you know, it's tight environment, deadline driven, where, as you know, 52 people today couldn't come on a 5 o'clock on a Thursday because they're working on bids. So on one end, you have frustrated, unfulfilled people who are working very hard, working late and in the evenings. But on the other end, they don't have the time to spend time with the things that they want to do, which could be the career that they want to focus on, or which could be the families and the time with your extended friends and others. Because in my case, I was away for 3 years, spending 28 to 30 weekends away from my home. That time will never come back, but I was busy working, doing whatever I think was important to the company and to help them to win. But that time will never come back. So other tool which we'll be doing is expanding your time from the times and the gaps to something seamless. So the second tool that I would very much like you guys to explore is to go and look back your calendar in the past 1 month. I would pretty much welcome if you can do 3 months. Look back your calendar 3 months or 1 month and see the activities that you have been doing, and see how much of those activities are related to you. It's not about bidding, it's not about winning or other things. How much of those activities genuinely is for you, that to improve your skills, improve your training, or improve your time, or improve your relationships, anything. How much of that, how many meetings? Just write it down. Now look back once you have captured that. Just nothing, just write down all the activities that you have done and take a step back and say, if I continue to do the same thing for the next 3 years, will I be reaching the future self that I want to do? If so, you are already in the right track. If not, think about what are the things that you need to give up. Little by little, free up your time. That's what we call expanding your time. In Discovery Plus program, it's all about the awareness. It's all about this awareness that before you multiply, we want you to simplify. So it revolves around the concept called simplify before you multiply. Yes. So the second exercise is look back your calendar, document all the activities, and don't make any judgment. Just see, okay, this is what I've been doing. How can I improve my time so that I can add more? Is what I call the power of community. Why are we doing this globally? Why are we doing this globally? Every day when you're working on your bed, you are making decisions. You are making decisions, but it will be always nice when you can run past your ideas, your solutions, your pointers to someone and to get a safe environment. But this program is all about giving you that environment. It's about bringing you together in a safe environment, with budding you up with someone in a different geography, so that you could come to us and get our advice because we are non-partial, or you could work with someone in a different geography and bounce ideas with them to make it. The theme behind this is you're not alone. In addition to that, when we share the slides, I'm sorry guys, you can't see it properly now, but when you share the slides, you will also see that we will be introducing around 2 or 3 tools, which is the bidding tools that we use to win over 5 billion plus. Some of these tools could be our growth formula. Some of these tools will be our 3 C's mechanism to manage your bid strategy. And obviously you will be given our bid buddy. So we have people who are coming on board from Australia, from Saudi Arabia, from Middle East, from the USA, and of course from the UK. So the course will be structured in a way that we have people from different skills, with different experience, with different geographies, who have experience in different sectors and services to come on board. So that's the power of community. So at the moment, I would very much like you guys to think, if you are working on a solution at the moment on a bid, how are you actually getting it cleared? Governance is different, signing off is different, but you as a person deciding this is the right partner, this is the right solution, this is the right pricing, how are you making the judgment? Who are you actually having access to, and how is it working for you? Take that step. So before I move into the details of the program, this is what the program is about. The program is about you, the individual. How can we build the mind, the ability, the relationship, and time? We call it mind art. To build the character, to build your experience, to build the skills, and most importantly, to achieve your goals. So we want to create an integrated professional who could be the future leader of any business, who could make an impact in the society in a more sustainable way, so that we knew that every day when someone works on, we can say 10 persons working on 10 beds in their lifetime who are part of our program, we knew that the solution will have the right sort of impact in the marketplace. That's the whole theme behind it. So that's the 4 pointers. Number 1, your future self. Number 2 is about your activities. And number 3 is about who are the person who you ask for support. In the program, we'll be dwelling more on how things are going to work. So how is this program going to work? Program going to work in more or less like this. You'll be asked a question, like what I did now. You'll be introduced to a concept, and we'll be asking you to reflect on the past experience, or we'll be asking you to gain an experience. If it's a new concept for you, it's a thinking program. Before you do, we would very much like you to think, and we would expect you to write down your thoughts as they ask you to thoughts and share it with us, or you can share it with you. And from there, we'll be moving things from you. So it allows you to determine the most strategic actions that you need to take to get to where you want to go. And that's the point. As you always know, people who are highly paid are the people who are strategic in nature. And we have to make you strategic in the quickest possible time, at the same time, and in the segment that you are interested in. So at the moment, as I mentioned, we have done corporate programs for clients, aligning the program to their business goals, part of their talent program, to build up future leaders. Discovery Plus is an awareness program. From then on, we are moving into Elite, where people who know that they can habitualize a new practice, they have expanded their time, will go into the Elite program, where the tools will be increased to 5 to 10, and you'll be also be given to our access to the Intelligent Bidding portal, where you'll be also doing few courses. As usual, the accountability system will be in place. You'll be having fortnightly mentoring calls, and you'll be taking things further. I'll be briefly explaining things in the next 15 minutes or so. At the moment, Discovery Plus, an assessment criteria, followed by Elite, followed by Leadership. Based on the company of where you are from, there are other ways like Success Club, and we also have a Bidding Success Club, Bidding Success Mastermind, and other programs aligning your needs to where you want to go. End of the day, we want to produce future leaders in the marketplace who can make considerable impact. It's not about having a professional qualification. You can have a professional qualification, come back, and you will do the same thing as you did always in the past. That qualification is not of value. In my case, I did chartered accountancy, I did law, project management, finance, engineering, you name it. End of the day, the character of the bid is the character of the person who is leading the bid, and we want to build that character. So that's where we are. Let's get to the interesting part, which is the program in itself. So Discovery Plus is a foundation level program for 6 weeks. As I mentioned, it's the theme behind the program is being aware and progress using your awareness. So what's being listed here is what is the output of the program. So you'll have a 1-hour live web group. You'll also have a coach who will be coming out with a plan with you based on your future self. And you'll also have an unlimited email support for selected people who are taking massive action. Will also be given free one-to-one mentoring calls. In addition to that, you'll also be given a Bid Buddy, which is a journal that we'll be using to document your journey in this 6 weeks. So how is this program going to work? As I mentioned, each Mind Art program, it could be Discovery, it could be Elite, or it could be Leadership, all comes with a dynamic group of, I call it, extraordinary people around the world. From those extraordinary people, the course, as I mentioned, is only 25 to 30% of what you will learn. The other 60 to 70% you will be learning from your peer group. So you might be helping someone else, solving their problems, or your problems will be solved by someone else. Either way, your problem won't be new. It will be always be dealt out with someone there, and that's the power of the mastermind group which you'll be creating. So in addition to that, what exercises will you be going through? Every fortnight, when we have this 1 hour live group, we'll have a masterclass for the first 20 minutes. Masterclass will be the topic that will be chosen by us based on the inputs of the peer group. And we'll be picking up a topic that most people wanted to, and we'll be covering those masterclasses. In addition to that, we'll be also covering the top actions from this week, which could be and one exercise per week on mindset, on time, on relationships, on ability. It could be as simple as, hey, if my future self is going to be a business development director, who could be my sponsor? Can I start to build relationship with that person from tomorrow? So start to drop an email. That person might not come back. So be persistent and do that. Could be one. As I mentioned in the time segment, can you use different time techniques to improve the way you can maximize your time so that you could get your evenings and weekends back? We could experiment on that. Winning mindset. Bidding in certain cases is about the person leading it. And if that person has a winning mindset, the solution will be more creative and will be more innovative. Finally, will be the ability, where we'll be touching with the master classes. So every week, every fortnight, you'll be having 4 exercises on all these 4 things that you'll be going through. And in addition to that, the Bid Buddy book is where you'll be documenting your journey, your past actions, the actions that you did this week, and you'll be sharing with the wider team and your success and your improvements that you're going through. The Bid Buddy book will also have 14 tips. Yes, it has 14 tips. The pre-sales, during bidding, mobilization operations, and over the course of the program, we would expect you guys to understand how these 14 things are being done in your organization. And the 14 things from 30 different people are being discussed. You will see the plus and minus of different things that you can go through. This is what I meant. The course is just one element of it. The majority of the information will be coming from the extended people, how we are going to share with them. So that's the Discovery Plus program. But once we progress from the Discovery Plus, and these are the next 2 levels, which is the elite level, which comes with its own unique coaching program, enable you to implement the changes. That's the word. So in the first one, it's about awareness, and you are just trialing. You're just habitualizing few things. This is where you will be implementing the real things. In the program, as I mentioned, these are the few things that we did based on our corporate program. We will be customizing this based on your needs. But in the majority of the cases, this is what we have tried to solve for our corporate clients, bid professionals. How can I build, grow, and sustain my career? How can I manage my competitors, my customers, and my company stakeholders more effectively? How to achieve rapid results. This is like, in my case, the more I was successful in my company, the more time I was spending outside, and the more impact this had on my own family. So how can I balance my family commitments with my career commitments? And most importantly, how can I work towards my future self? The most interesting thing which every organization is supported is how to get things done earlier than most people. That's something which we'll be covering. So as the previous Discovery program, we'll be increasing the content here, and also it will be more intensive than the previous versions. So that's why not everyone will be progressing to this stage. From our experience, out of 100, only 32 progressed here to this stage, because it's more intensive, and you will need also sponsor support on this, because this is also, as you know, will be slightly expensive. So comes with this 1 hour live group. It also comes with a customized development plan, which includes the key metrics, and we'll be documenting the key metrics. And if you want, we'll be sharing that to your line manager and your business. It will be also be having a customized schedule with your coach, and it will also have access to our processes and tools that you could use it. That we used to win over £5 billion over the past 2 years. You will also have access to our extended team of financial modelers, strategists, data analysts, project managers, and others, so you could bounce ideas with them. Not just what you want to do, but in the other way as well. As you know, this also comes with a 60-day pre-support and post-support that we'll be giving you, so that you also have a pre-preparation and you also have post-program support that comes with this. And for the very first time, you will have access to what we call our Intelligent Bidding Learning Portal. This is where it's an online course where you'll be coming on board and you will be going through the program. You'll be finishing up the courses where we'll be certifying you with an anonymous but very famous institute that is behind the professional qualification that you guys do. So I'm not going to name that yet, but that's what you'll be getting you at this moment. And of course, you'll be getting a free membership to a Success Club, as I mentioned, which is the support team that you get access to do your bids. So I know it's overwhelming for most people, including me now. In addition to that, this is the final end product. What you see here is the leadership. As you know, there is no proper exit program for most bidding professionals. And pretty much we are stuck in the same role we always do. Unless we are not careful, we might be doing the same thing for 10 years or 15 years without realizing that others have progressed much quicker than us. So if this is for people who are very, very ambitious, who want to position themselves to go into functional leadership beyond business development and sales, to take up senior leadership positions in your companies. And that's what the whole structure is about. This will be an extraordinary environment because we not only will be supporting the person who's leading this program, but supporting the whole team that person is representing. So this will be all, we will be also be using all the thinking and the tools and the solutions that we use for our own clients, and we'll be sharing that with the leadership attendees to just see how they can progress. One thing which I forgot to mention, which is in the elite program, is to qualify to the leadership program, you will be part of a live bid that you will be partnered up with few guys in your own program with a different skill set that will be working on a pro bono basis to solve some charity, some university, or some other SMEs team to solve their bid. So it's a live bid, and you will be helping them to win that bid. And that is how, as you know, it's creating the massive impact, means it's live. We want our elite managers, before they move to leadership, when they progress it, not just to have a certification, it's just to work together. We work with Royal College of Blind. We have worked with many charities, and these charities don't have the manpower or the skill sets. We will be pulling the right people on a pro bono basis to help them to win their tenders or their grants and other things. So moving back to leadership, I'm not going to go through line by line. This is for you to be taking functional leadership positions. It will be revolving around we'll be having 2 to 3 hours meeting each month with the team, structuring how we can position. Here we'll be moving beyond the bids into strategic planning and the growth, markets, and much, much higher things here. In addition to that, we'll be positioning the future self into what we call a 10x way, where we'll be giving you some more interesting tools that we can use in a more intensive way, that you can use it to expedite your career, to achieve the growth that you want to achieve. But for you to do this, you should have proven yourself in the early stages that you're capable of adding more and more. The most important thing is it's about the purpose. This is where we'll be dwelling. Things will go beyond what you want to achieve in your career. This will be about your purpose, is why are you working in the first place, and what is it you want to achieve in your life? How can we ensure that we support you in this life thing? For us, for Bachu, our vision, our value as a value-driven business, we are educating, or we are planning, working towards educating 1 million children in the next 25 years. That's what's driven us. Whatever we are doing is driven by the purpose. The leadership people will be asked, or will be working towards a vision themselves on the impact that they will be creating in the wider society, not just on the bidding and on the career, but on their own life purpose as well. What you'll be going through in the leadership program